Hello, everybody. This is Debbie. I'm going to give people a minute to hop on. It is Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We're heading towards the end of the month this coming up weekend. So I hope everybody has been getting some great nail bars at the end of the summer, or the end of the summer, at the end of the month with people at the end of the school year. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Nancy. So don't forget, you guys, I'm just going to talk for a minute while we wait for people to hop on before training. We have 5 days left in the month. If you're working towards the BQ program, make sure that you are hitting that 300. I know lots of different teams have lots of things going on. We also have, if you are out in the wild, make sure you are posting pictures. We will be drawing a name. I am currently in Florida, but before I left for vacation, I know that our Piper Noble bag came in, so somebody will be winning that. So that's super exciting, but you've got to post a picture and how you talk to somebody out in the wild in order to get in that drawing. We still have the accent nails for the rest of this week, you guys, and we still have the sponsoring. So, if you sponsor somebody, could you imagine being picked to go to headquarters with your new stylist to meet Mr. Park? So take advantage of all those great promotions that we have till the end of the month. And, it's, again, I mentioned this last week, but we are a company that can make our business work in the summer. People want our product in the summer. So I know kids are out of school. I'm not a fool to think it's really easy for us to just blow all this off and just say, yeah, I'll get to it tomorrow, because we get wrapped up in our own personal lives. So make sure that you get your nail bar set up so you have your work set out for you, and that way you're going to be following through with it. So set up July. July is going to be an exciting month. Those people going to conference, July is a big month for people. This is the month that whatever rank you're at, that's how you recognize at conference. So I know a lot of people are going to be working on hitting that team leader level to be able to get to the team leader training at conference. So you can make it happen. Talk to your upline if you're not sure, if you're close, you don't know what you need. We would love to see so many people from our team. We have over 100 people from our team going to conference, and I would love to see many of you there at the leadership training. Okay, so with that said, I know we have some people on here. Hi to everybody who's on. Today, you guys, I want to talk a little bit about the 3 R's of your business, meaning rapport, relationships, and referrals. We are a relationship business, you guys. Everything about our job is building relationships. Some relationships are going to look different than others, depending, if it's someone you know online compared to somebody in person. But bottom line is, it all comes down to relationships. So let's start with the first thing you need to do, which is building rapport. So building rapport is kind of that initial phase, right? It's meeting and greeting and getting to know more people, kind of widening your circle. So maybe when you made your frank list, you thought, well, I don't have 10 people to put in each category. Remember, the one category is acquaintances. As you're building rapport, those are your acquaintances. So it's getting out there. It's talking to people. It's being kind, just being a nice person, right? So people want to talk to you. Being friendly, making connections, giving compliments. You might be doing this at in-person nail bars. When you're out and about at the grocery store, I love talking to people. My kids get embarrassed, but I'm always chatting up with people in stores. I just enjoy it, especially if you can tell someone's had a bad day. I love giving compliments to people when I'm out and about. I just think, why not make somebody feel good for the day by complimenting something? But that's one way you can start building rapport, and that might build into something, more of a relationship with that person. But definitely at nail bars, you're starting to get to know people at these nail bars, whether online or in person. Vending events, again, when you're out there talking to people, you're talking to them, but make sure you're listening to their answers. It is so easy to just talk. Remember, you want to be talking to them, but asking them things. You want to get information back from them. Talk less, listen more. Find out more about them than they need to know about you, because people love to talk about themselves. So building this rapport can help, you asking people, getting to know them, that's going to make them want to talk to you more. you know, and we're all different. I know this comes super easy to some people, and it's not super easy for other people. And I'm well aware of that. But if it's hard for you, I challenge you to work at it. And it might mean at the beginning, if some people, I know it is so hard for them to go up and just talk to a person they don't know. I can totally understand that. So, you know, it might be you're starting with, okay, this week I'm going to just say hi or how are you to 6 people I don't know. And then maybe the next week you're going to challenge yourself to the next level. This week I'm going to say, hi, how are you? And then ask them another question or give them a compliment. And if that's what it takes for you to continue building up, being able to make conversation that ultimately could lead to having more of a discussion with them, you know, and then somewhere along the lines, obviously feeling very comfortable about talking with your Color Street business. So like I said, some people it's easy, but if it's not, see if you can get yourself out of that comfort zone and just start and feel good about those little steps along the way. Because I know some people will not feel comfortable right away just walking up to a stranger and talking about Color Street. But when you're talking to these people, see if you can ask questions that just dig a little bit deeper. You know, you might start with, how are you at a nail bar? But then see what else you can find out. What do you currently do with your nails? Oh, how's that working for you? You know, find out a little bit more than just, how's it going tonight? Glad you could come. Ask them about them. Oh, tell me how you know the hostess. Again, starting to build that rapport before the nail bar starts. If they're busy, ask them, oh, so what do you like to do with your time? Because let's say you bring up the business and they say, oh, I'm just too busy. Oh, what do you do with your time? Just ask them something like that. If they tell you they don't do their nails, oh, you don't really like to do your nails. Is there a particular reason? Some people just don't want to do them. Other people, it's money. If let's say it's money. Oh, so what do you like to spend your money on? Again, these are all just conversation pieces to find out more about them. Okay. After you've started to build that rapport, the next step you move into is relationships. This isn't something that happens overnight. There's a big gap between developing a relationship and just establishing rapport. Rapport is kind of about your personal style and just, you know, kind of that simple, I don't want to say superficial, but kind of just the small talk, making conversation. But that's going to build the foundation and the groundwork to move into now moving towards a relationship. It was funny, I was Googling stuff about relationships yesterday, and one website I came across said one way to show that you have a good relationship with somebody it's changed from rapport to relationship is being able to be sarcastic. If you can be sarcastic with somebody and they can take your sarcasm, you must have a friendship good enough then that that they can accept that. I don't know if I want to teach you guys that because everybody has different personalities, but I thought that was a funny way to judge if you have moved from rapport to a relationship. So build relationships with both your customers and your stylists. You want to build trust. You want to be adding value to their life. What can you do as you're building this relationship? Why do they want to come to you? What can you do to add value, to save them money, to save them time? How are you kind of, especially your VIPs and your VIP group, how are you working beyond what maybe another stylist would do for them? So a perfect example, I had I still have a customer from when I first started. Were we even open yet? I can't remember. No, we must have been open. I was on vacation on the west side of the state, and I put a sample on a gal who was the receptionist at a hotel I was staying at. And she still has been a loyal customer now for 2 years. But the other day, she ordered 1 strip, I noticed, which is odd. She usually does buy 3, get 1. And I just messaged her, and I said, hey, Lindsay, let me know if you're going to order 1 strip, because it's silly for you to pay $3 shipping. If I have it, I'll mail it to you. It's 1 stamp. So like, that's how I'm going to go above and beyond. She's a regular customer. Of course, I don't mind a 50-cent stamp for her, as opposed to her putting in a $3 shipping on 1 strip. So I'm not sure if she needed it at the last minute of why she would order just 1. But like, that to me is going above and beyond. And that's why she'll stay with me. So if they're in your VIP group, you know, you want to start having conversations with them, not just sales pitches out there. You want to show consistency. So don't just post nail stuff, post some other interactive things that could be in there. My favorites are always, you know, show me how you're feeling today using a GIF. I never know how you say that. I think those posts get so much response, and I think they're hilarious. those are probably my favorite way, or use your Bitmoji to show something. But people enjoy doing things like that. I actually took from Michelle McKay, who trained one day. And so I started doing regular in my VIP group. And sometimes I get interactions, sometimes I don't. Like I have Motivation Monday where I post something motivational, Wacky Wednesday, something silly, and then Fiesta Friday where it's something I want to celebrate and then they can say something they're celebrating. So I'm getting more interaction on there, but again, none of them are work related. So it's all just building that rapport with them of, you know, us getting to know each other as people instead of just me as selling Color Street nails. So if they comment on something in your group, comment back using a question. A question engages conversation. Again, Facebook always moves things up if it's a conversation going between two people. So let's say they post a picture, if you do like a nail fee post every month, let's say they post a nail fee. Oh my gosh, those look so great. You know, is there a special occasion? Or, you know, is there, you know, something fun why you put that set of nails on your hand? So you're finding a little bit more out about them, so then you can in turn maybe ask them about that activity. Friend them on Facebook. Ask them, you know, if you friend them on Facebook, then you can go in and kind of see and comment and get to know them a little bit more in their life, see what they're doing, and then, you know, you can offer them different things, maybe now related according to what you see coming up, or just, again, showing them that you have a genuine interest in their life. Nail fee drawings also. Like if you were doing like nail fee drawings, that's a great way for you to offer something to them. You know, I do a nail fee drawing every month. If they post, then they can earn a free set of nails. Again, just special things you're offering to your VIPs that you're not just offering to everybody. Make them feel special. You know, if they're saying they need something, maybe you are, you know, dropping at their house, or you're, you know, I can't place an order, can you help me? You know, those little steps along the way is how you can show them that you have good customer service and you're willing to help them. They have a friend that's interested. You know, I've had a couple people that have said, my friend's really interested, can I pass on your name? And then maybe I don't hear from a random person, and I'll message them back. Sometimes I've messaged back and just said, hey, you know, I haven't heard from your friend. Did you want me to reach out to them? Or, you know, I'd love to send them a Tuesday so they can sample it. Little things like that to make them feel appreciated, because that leads me to my next section, which is referrals. Referrals are key, you guys. That truly is the biggest compliment someone can give you, is a referral, because that means they trust you, they like you enough to put their name on the line and say, you know, have a party with Debbie, buy nails from Debbie, she this, she that. So once you have that relationship established with your customer, you've shown them you're loyal, you've shown them you're consistent, you've shown them you have a genuine interest, then they're willing to put your name out there to somebody else. So, you know, you think of different things you can do. I do a couple things for referrals. You know, there's many different things you could do. I have a referral program where if somebody refers somebody and they make a purchase, I have little cards at home that would have my current customer's name. So let's say it's a Debbie Bry, and then I have a 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom, and I just punch if someone makes a purchase. And then after 4, I would send a free set to my person who had done that referring. So nothing they need to manage. So anytime I get an order from a random person, I always reach back and say, you know, when I thank them, and just say, hey, you know, I'm just curious where you got my name. I have a great referral program, and I want to make sure that I'm giving credit to somebody if credit's due, if they sent you to me. And so I want to make sure that the new customer knows I have this, and that I'm loyal to my customers. And I want to make sure, of course, my current customer is getting credit. Something else I do, any nail bar, vending event, anytime I go to something, well, depending on vending event, if I get their actual address, which I don't always, it just depends. Sometimes they're not as willing to give addresses. So for sure, every in-person, online, if I have orders in the back office where I have addresses, I send them 2 to 3 Tuesdays with a note. And I'll tell you what I say in my note. Again, this is just what I do. You know, I just say, thank you so much for your Color Street order and supporting my small business. As you can imagine, referrals are a huge part of making my business run. I have a great referral program where you can earn free sets. I am sending you a couple accent nails and would be honored if you pass them along with my name to your friends. Thank you so much, Debbie Bry. And so then that way they have those twosies. You've sent them that special letter. Again, people like getting handwritten things. We get very few handwritten things anymore. So make sure you don't have to do that, but make sure you're doing something to follow up with people and, to make them feel and to let them know, even at a nail bar, when you're talking about the business, when it's the business part, I'll say, if you or anyone would love to hear about my business, I would love to share that with them. And you can do it again at checkout. It can't hurt to ask, you guys, but you got to ask, because a lot of times friends don't think about it. And, it's not till someone says, oh, I like your nails, then they might say, oh, yeah, I get it from, but you don't want them to say, I don't remember who I got it from. You've got to make yourself known so they remember your name and so they can pass your name on. So make sure, of course, all your stuff is always labeled. So when you're giving it out, your information is on there so they have that. So those are my tips for today, you guys. So what I would love for you to do, if you don't have a referral type program, look around in the post here in the comments. People could share if they do something different with their customers to get referrals. We'd love to see different ideas if you want to post. And come up with something that you're letting your customers know that, the gift of referral is huge. That's the best compliment they can give you is by referring you to somebody else. So what can you do to get those referrals and to get people interested? And again, I also challenge you to get out there and work on building rapport, widening that circle. Again, it goes along with your color 10. How many people can you connect with this week to start building rapport and then building relationships? So pick 10 people this week to work on building that relationship. Go into Facebook, send a purposeful message to somebody in Facebook, ask them a question, something to build that relationship, and just see where that takes you. So those are my challenges for the week, you guys. I hope you have a great time. I am in Florida till next Tuesday, so our team meeting is Tuesday night instead of Monday night. So I'm actually going to be pulling a Disney all-nighter on Monday night. I did not get a hotel room because my flight's so early. So I will be pulling an all-nighter and heading right to the airport. So make sure you get on our team call on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. And again, we have the end of the month coming up, you guys. Finish strong, hit your goals, and let's start looking at what we are going to do for the end of the month and looking at our calendars for July. So enjoy the rest of the week, you guys.